game.
It's a fucking disaster.
Couple big
it really
blunders.
Is, and
Blundered my
everybody
piece
needs
at
to
the
call for
beginning of the
that.
game.
So
Is
don't
Benjamin
call-
Netanyahu?
what is this guy doing?
Has
man?
this hurt him politically? Has this helped him? Is this neutral?
Well, it certainly didn't help him. He's the man in charge. The bottom line is this: I don't think it's the time to talk politics right now.
Right.
If you read between the lines of my work in the past 20 years, you know exactly what I think, where my policies are, more or less. It's not the time. He is in charge and was in charge for the last 15 or so years.
Yeah.
So it's always the responsibility of the CEO at the end of the day.
Yeah.
But it's
Am I
not the
down the
time
pond
right now
here?
to discuss this. And I'm sure
Yeah,
these
but
conversations are to be
His
had
king side is
Sure.
after Israel gets it.
People that say that
Safety,
Israel doesn't
security
have a right
objective.
to exist
Very happy
are
to
not,
play
in
this
my
position.
mind, serious people. But I
You're
do
really
know
gonna
that there's a
castle
lot of
there.
them.
Watch the comments
All
that
right,
you're going to
buddy.
be getting.
All right.
Oh, I'll get a lot.
You're going to get so much hate. And you're going to
I'll
get
get a
so much
lot.
free Palestine.
Well,
and
we
fuck
have
Israel.
next week.
And
We have
fuck.
Hezbollah is coming.
Oh, fabulous! It's
so
good.
we have
Just a quick,
we
yeah.
have everybody.
Yeah, that's great.
No, but I
awesome.
will say, listen.
My next guest,
Right. My
Khaled Mash'al,
I-
straight from Doha.
Right. Now, what about Qatar? That's interesting. You know, Qatar is this kind of, somewhat westernized country that's like, go and give us a World Cup, do this, do that. And Hamas is living there in the Four Seasons.
So I prefer Ismail Hania and Khaled Mash'al living in Doha than living in Tehran, honestly.
Okay.
Because there's somewhat probably a couple of other eyes on them there, rather than in Tehran, they'll just be lost in fuck knows where.
Right.
I think that Qatar's role is going to be very interesting. Obviously, Qatar has been extremely involved in releasing the 4 hostages that were released up until now. And I can only say that I hope they play an even bigger role. I hope that the brutality of this attack shocked a lot of people in the Arab world as well. I know that to be the case because I see the reports. And I hope this
Yes, I'm up a
realigns
pond
the
now.
region in a way that's prosperous and better for the citizens of the region. And Qatar has a big role to play here. So
What is the solution, do you think? And I mean, this is asking you to maybe predict the future, but how do we move towards a situation in Israel with the Palestinians where we can... Yeah.
I would like some responsible Palestinian leadership because the Palestinian leadership as a national movement need to figure out what it is that they want and what it is that they're after. They need to unite.
Is Mahmoud Abbas still involved?
Mahmoud Abbas is involved. He's the head of the PA. He's completing a 16-year term of a 4-year term.
Of sentence?
No, of being in power.
Right.
There's been no elections. Yeah. So he
Right.
was elected for a 4-year term and is completing his 16th year. But he is the more moderate, and other than being a Holocaust denier every now and then, and saying something stupid about the Holocaust, the Palestinian people as a national movement.
So what does he say about the Holocaust? That it didn't happen?
Yeah. It's a whole thing. He had a thesis about it was a whole thing.
Okay.
But they need to figure out what it is that they want. And I would like to see the American left and American progressives, instead of engaging in stupid virtue signaling, on online stupid virtue signaling activism and bashing Israel, how about holding the Palestinians accountable too? Because they think that I'm such a great social justice warrior, and I go, Israel's terrible.
Well, yeah, they don't care about social justice. They seem to care about power. Women are being raped.
I don't know why he's
You're not
playing
hearing
this
about
out,
that.
dude. This,
you're not
this is a
hearing about
complete,
the heinous
complete
crimes that
L.
Hamas committed.
It's
They
literally
seem to care about
cutting,
power. It's about a
cutting
power
babies,
dynamic.
cutting babies'
Yeah.
heads is not as bad as cutting Gaza's internet. Like, people are up in arms about the internet being cut up. I'm like, there were babies that were being cut in half.
Right. I think what people are saying is, if you cut off water and you cut off electricity and you cut off internet, you.
Oh
you
no!
have
Did
a
I just
situation where
draw
you
this
have,
game?
I understand.
Tens of thousands of people
It's
die.
horrific, but you have
Fuck!
to understand, Israel is not responsible for the citizens of Gaza.
I just drew.
Hamas is responsible for the citizens
Oh
of
my
Gaza.
Right,
god!
but Israel is taking certain steps to.
I don't
you
know
know,
exactly where
yeah.
we're at right now. Israel's always
course.
trying to have as little amount of casualties as possible.